When he came back, bro, I had to guard that motherfucker. He looked like, you the only one that can guard. I'm like, we got 2 guards on here. No, you're gonna guard. I'm like, all right, cool, I ain't tripping, let's get it. Old ass, what your old ass doing out here? He supposed to be out here, old ass. I got probably 39 of that shit. Damn. He was too dribbling, he was talking crazy. Too slow, Hope, what up, Hope? They wasn't even in no triangle shit. He started making up the triangle as he was doing that. Set it right here. No, watch out. Purdy came out one time, shot that motherfucker so high, I jumped, and I was just like, oh, I can't even. Oh, man. Holding that shit, waiting on me. Motherfucker gave us 40.
Them doubling me definitely was like, bro, what is going on?
Look at this.
You soft, pal. You are soft.
This whole generation is soft.
If I'm being honest, bro, I don't think anybody in this generation could have played like 20 years ago. If I'm being 100, and this is to everybody in our league. Tatum, bro, 20 years ago, bro, you couldn't get to a triple step.
What's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Hopefully y'all having a good Saturday. Once again, sending prayers out to the people that lost their family members in that crash last night in Philly. Again, I was posting my video on Donald Trump last night, and then when I was posting that, I seen that one happen live action. So I will be updating that video probably later on tomorrow. But in the meantime, woke up and seen this video on YouTube. It had an interesting title. It said KG and Paul Pierce goes in on Anthony Edwards for reaching out to Michael Jordan for help with double teams. So gonna see what they got to say about this, and yeah, we're gonna have a little discussion after that. All right, let's see what we got.
Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So I want to talk about KG and Paul Pierce breaking down Michael Jordan and Anthony Edwards reaching out to Michael Jordan, I should say. And I want to tie all these clips into each other because it'll make sense. Now, I remember Kevin Garnett went in on Anthony Edwards when he tried to say, back in MJ's day, it wasn't that much skill and all that. I'll play a piece of that clip first, and then we'll get into what he said. Because Anthony Edwards was talking about how he doesn't like being double teamed at this age. And it's something I can't understand for the life of me. Being double teamed used to be a compliment to the player that you are. But these players today like to complain about a double team or run from it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if 2 people zone me.
Okay, and I'm going to say the reason why they probably don't like the double team. Because they probably don't like the challenge, and they probably just want to score, or maybe they helping their friends win some money on these bets like the other basketball player was doing. So again, it's not the same, and I think we need to accept that times will never be the same, and just gotta adapt with what we got moving forward. I have no problem watching the basketball games now. I didn't really watch it back when I was young. I started watching basketball, what year was that? I know Jason Terry was with the Mavericks, because I'm a Mavericks fan. But maybe around 2001 or 2, that's maybe when I started watching it. Whenever live came out, like Live 03, 02 came out with that dunk contest, I know I was a Dirk Nowitzki fan. So, but even back then, I liked Dirk because he was shooting threes. When he dunked, I got excited. But again, I didn't really grow up on Jordan. I knew of him, and that was my era. But I wasn't into sports back then. So, like, after watching Dirk, it was like only people that was really dominant during that time was Kobe, but he wasn't dunking like that at the time. Jordan had already retired, so he had finished playing with the Wizards. Who else was dominant? You had like Rasheed Wallace, but I wouldn't really call that dominant. That was more of a team team dominance. Who else was back then? Shit. I mean, I guess you could say Paul Pierce was okay. Not Durant. Kevin Garnett was. He was probably still. He was still in Minnesota. He was dominant. He had Carmelo around that time in the beginning. LeBron, of course. LeBron came around 06, 07. But again, it was just like I don't really see what they're complaining about besides it not being as physical. Like, if you're going to watch it for the game, for the sport, then enjoy it. Like, man, we don't say all this stuff when we watch the college basketball games, or when we watch our daughters or sons play high school basketball or middle school basketball. Again, this is a different generation. Maybe he never got double team in high school or college. So again, you can't get mad at them. But at least he's trying to reach out and get some advice from Jordan, you know?
3 people's on me. 1 or 2 people are open. So you have to figure out how to play the game. But we know Anthony Edwards is reaching out to Michael Jordan and how he approached double teams. We're going to get into these clips. I got a lot to say about this, guys, but let's check it.
Third quarter, you took 1 shot but had 5 assists, and you guys scored 34 points. Is that kind of the way forward for this right now? Like, to just get up as much as possible? And
Hell no. I mean, well, I'm sorry. Is that a cussing word?
No. You can say how.
Okay.
You're good.
I don't know, man. That was a good brand of basketball, but it's not how I want to play, of course. I mean, I'm only 23. I don't want to just be passing the ball all night. You feel me? Like,
you don't do Mike Conley.
Yeah, at all. But the way that they guarded me, I think I have to. So
I was gonna say, how hard is it to just stay engaged?
Super hard. Super hard.
That's called being a team player. You pass the ball up to the open man when you double team. So you just want to hog the ball and score. That's what that sounds like doing this clip. So we're gonna see.
Hard. Super hard. I mean, because I'm wired to score the ball.
Do you think that's what teams
I just said that.
Trying to take you out of the game.
I don't know. I don't.
Like that?
I mean, that might be a part of it, but I know they're just doing it. I don't know if like they're playing this like let's mentally take them out, but because it don't like take me all the way out of the game, but it definitely frustrates me a little bit. But them doubling me definitely is like, bro, what is going on?
You ain't going back watching the games, Lord.
If I'm being honest, bro, I don't think anybody in this generation could have played like 20 years ago. If I'm being 100, and this is to everybody in our league, Tatum, all y'all. Let me tell y'all something, bro. 20 years ago, bro, you couldn't get to a triple step back.
No.
You hear what I'm saying to you?
Okay, now that right there, now I would. That's where I agree with Kevin Garnett. This generation would not be able to play in the last generation, but we got to start comparing generations. We all know this generation is soft. I mean, shit. I mean, look at the people on TikTok and stuff. So again, it's just, I don't know. That goes back into can you even compare the woke culture to the soft culture at the NBA? That might be another video for one day.
Couldn't get to a triple step back, and then if you shot that shit, it had to go in. You know why? Because we had efficiency back in the day, my dude, and it was so fucking hard. It was too physical. And guess what? The league had to come off of it for the flow of movement to be able to have scoring go up, which is why we like to sit here and watch kind of the rat race of the high-paced game, right? But, bro, let's not talk about the gamemanship, and let's not talk about the physicality of the game back then. Yeah, man, I think it's important to lock in with some of those, some of them OGs that can actually, that's been through it. You know, when I threw Anthony Edwards that, it was more of being able to have guys that's going through similar situations at your height, at your rate, the way you going. Like, bro, we've had players in the league that mirror what you're doing. You know, you should tap in with them and just to hear their perspective. Kobe did. A lot of people don't know how much Kobe and Mike Jordan actually shared conversations and talked, and Mike actually walked them through a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you never know none of that. And all of a sudden, you know,
and that's kind of interesting to me because, like, when I think about the game and, like, like my advice, like that I got from like older players or greats, was more like off the court because I exhausted everything I could with my study of the game. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting doubles since like high school. So by the time I got to the league, I already knew how to handle double teams. That's interesting that he would call somebody to like, ask that question because a lot of that come from like, let me watch the tape. Maybe if I start making this pass or doing this you gotta, like, I don't know if there's any advice somebody can give me other than that can ease my mindset, but to like learn how to really get through it, you gotta watch film, you gotta go over situations, you gotta know the game. So, I mean, that you know what I'm saying? I can't talk to Kevin and say, hey, kid, how did you handle double teams and then expect to handle it the same way he handled it?
Well, it's a guide. You have a way that you do it, right? Once you get the knowledge, it'll all come to sing to you. That's all So that's all I'm saying. He's 6'5", 6'6". MJ was 6'5", 6'6". Get double team in all parts of it. Faster game.
Jordan not the right one to ask though.
Absolutely.
No, he's not. Because it was a different rules then.
First off,
the doubles is different today.
First off, he live. Lord, he don't come down, call a play. He live. Lord, get the ball out of bounds. He live right there. So when he coming down, he ain't like, hey, 4 or 450. He ain't calling no play.
I didn't see Jordan get trapped in the pick and rolls because he more in pick and roll than Jordan was.
Lord, he's playing like an early Jordan. Just hear me out. Jordan taking on double teams, beating the double teams, coming around, and then either dunking that motherfucker on both of them or reverse layup. And you understand? Like when you watch the Anthony Edwards we're watching. When I said what I said about 84 Jordan, is that young Jordan coming down here, He's fell in love with the three so much that he's not so much down here putting pressure on defense. But if you watch those two styles, he's down here, bro. He only takes those step backs and all that shit when we had a 3-point. I'm talking about how he attacks. That's all I'm saying.
If I could tell something to Anthony on advice on the doubles team, this is what I would tell him. Like, look, you got to trust your teammates. Because that's the only way you're not going to get double no more. When I started learning that to where I'm now, I'm just going to come out here and pick y'all apart. I'm going to take the double team on. I know if he double from here, I know he going to be open. If he double from the baseline, I know this going to be open. So when I started doing that, dissecting y'all, it was like, hey, hesitant to double now because, it's cause and effect now. So once I learned that, it was like, oh, I know I'm going to be patient now because I know y'all take more patience. And trust your teammates.
But the coach is walking you through that. You're not watching film by yourself. Someone's sitting here talking.
I'm going to see it. I'm studying too.
No, I got that. But a coach is helping you understand what you're seeing and then how to actually go about it.
Yeah.
Same thing. There's nothing wrong with tapping in, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with tapping in.
That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. He should call Vince Carter. He should call fucking Tracy McGrady. These are all great ones. Steph, yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody in the game is going to actually share and be real with him. He can't call KD and get some, you know what I'm saying? So you can't expect that. They're still in competition. But all these old guys who actually played it and had their version of what he's going through, I thought could actually help him. But yeah, listen, this is when players, and you know this, P, every player has to go through this. For you to take growth, you got to go through something that's a real cone or a real hurdle in your development. And once you actually get over that hurdle, your development and everything else goes to it. So this is the point where Anthony Edwards goes from here to here. Because once he figures that out, once he learns to trust, once he stops thinking like, you know what, I got to score it. Let me get off it. Let me come off a pick. Like once he starts thinking
when I started learning that ticket, you know what happened?
The IQ of the game has to raise, boy, for your productivity to go. Yeah.
The game slowed down. Once I realized that, I knew what was going to happen before it was going to happen. It slowed down.
And then you trust it too, bro.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're young, you chase it.
He's starting to get to that point.
Nah, he going to get to a point where he understands that this is my team. It's coming through me. Let me have a patience. But yeah, this is just growth to me, man.
Yeah, so what do y'all think about that? It's pretty much like I said, he was never double teamed growing up, so he's not used to it. He want to score the ball. That's what he said. He said he's prone to scoring, and it takes him out of it kind of mentally when he gets double teamed. And then I also said he need to trust his team, because when you get double teamed, it's about the team sport. You pass the ball to the open man. So you got to be that leader, and if you can't trust your team, and you might need to ask for a trade, or but everybody else do it. So I mean, what makes you any different? But anyway, what's y'all comments? What do y'all got to think about that? Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being a part of this journey. Currently on the road to 500 subscribers, and this morning I'm sitting at 151. So I thank y'all for helping me out. It makes me keep grinding, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something right. So yeah, appreciate that. With that being said, I'll catch you guys next time with the next video. Make sure you got your notifications on, and yeah, sometimes I do post game videos. I know some of y'all not into that, but you know, just still keep the notifications on, and yeah, appreciate all the love and support. Catch you guys next time. And we out. Don't forget, you got to choose now, baby. Do 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 do.